Welcome to the Segmented Podcast, the show where we bring you 3 segments each episode, ranging from discussion to improv. How are you doing, Noah?
Adjectively.
That's wonderful. I'm doing adequately.
Ah, I see what you did there, because it kind of sounds like...
I thought that's what you said because your mic cut out for a
no.
second.
Nope, I said adjectively.
Adjectively. That is about as ambiguous of an answer you can give besides, oh, I'm fine.
Oh, that's the worst. Not the worst. There's worse things.
It's not the worst because
No.
half the time when you ask or people are asking how are you doing, it's like, I don't care that much. It's like a way of just being like, you all right? Just checking in. You still breathing? And then whatever their response is, as long as it's not extreme, they're like, okay, good
or
enough.
if they don't respond because they're actually not breathing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Probably not a good one.
Yeah. No. What segments are we doing today, Benjamin?
Wow, what a wonderful question, Mr. Noah Jamin. We're doing a BuzzFeed quiz for our first segment. Gotta love those BuzzFeed quizzes. We always do so well, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
For our second segment, we'll be doing a new segment called A.C.E, which stands for Advance, Color, and Emotion. It's a new improv segment that you brought to the table, and we'll explain it when we get to it, because I'm very excited about it.
So excited.
And our third segment...
I'm A-sided.
You're A-sided?
Yeah, get it? Because it's ace. Whatever.
For our third segment, we'll be doing... Will you press the button?
Classic.
The answer, we don't know yet. We might not.
We probably won't.
You know, we'll just find out.
Tune in till segment 3. Join us next episode. Will they press the button or won't they? Just imagine a TV show called Will You Press the Button, and the whole premise of the entire episode is, are they going to press a button? Are they? And then it's a 22-minute episode that's just suspenseful of if they're going to press a button or not. And then at the very end, they either do or they don't. And every single episode, it's a game show.
That sounds like there's a game show, like sketch on YouTube where it was yes or no, and every question is just yes or no context whatsoever, and they just decide yes or no, like completely just like nonsensical.
That's amazing. That should be a segment called Yes or No.
I think I even wrote a story about it. Like there was a character, they were about to go on stage for their favorite game show, Yes or No, and then a mysterious man in black comes from backstage and he says, all the answers are yes. And then she's like, gasp, no way. And he's like, yes, it's true. And then she like wins the show or whatever.
You know what? If I was going to make a game show like that or a story, I would say like that, and then they'd go on, and then one person stands up and has her I am Spartacus moment, and she says, or he, I don't care, he says, maybe, and then it shatters their entire show, and everything bursts into flames, and nobody knows what they're doing. It's like, but how did they, what? They can't. It was, it's called Yes or No.
A neutral party? Is this a political statement about polarizing viewpoints? I'm sorry. Because you know that's where it would go. You know it'd be like dystopian future. They'd be like, in a world where everyone is yes or no, one man or woman, I don't really care, will say maybe.
Segment 1, BuzzFeed quiz, or as it was previously named, Stupid BuzzFeed quizzes. So I have a friend of mine who I'm not going to mention their name, but they claim that they are a professional BuzzFeed quiz taker or whatever they said.
Real thing.
Yeah.
They're really good at taking BuzzFeed quizzes. Anyway, your friend is great at taking BuzzFeed quizzes,
Yes.
which apparently we are terrible at. We have yet to win a single BuzzFeed quiz.
Indeedles. And so what I did was I went to them and I was like, hey, if you find any really stupid ones, send them my way. And so they sent me this one, and I was like, man, this doesn't look like a stupid one. This looks like a great one. And then they were like, no, that's a bad one. It's I was like, okay, well, obviously I don't know what I'm talking about. But we're doing this one. It is called Did You Ruin Everything by Jean-Luc Picard, or Bouchard.
Also, the subtitle is I bet you did. That's so you. Like, look at you. You're so quirky. You ruined everything. What a clumsy idiot.
Okay, Ben. Are you ready to find out if we ruined everything?
Yes, I'm going to enhance my experience by zooming in on Chrome to 300%.
I'm gonna do my enhance my experience by pressing F11, going full screen, and then doing 300%. Oh my gosh, 500%. Oh man, this is awful. Actually,
no, that's a terrible idea.
Done.
You can't see anything.
Nope, I'm done.
Noah.
Yes.
Why is Katie upset? What did you do to Katie?
I threw a big basket of oranges at her long, beautiful hair.
Well, I can't decide. I may have pushed her into the snow and asked if she liked eating snow burgers. I could have also asked her about her day with the intention of falling asleep in the middle of a reply. But you know what? It sounds like me if I lured her kind but foolish uncle into a swamp and cut off his beard.
That does sound like something you would do.
That does sound like me. I'm gonna do that.
Ben, what happened to this kitchen? It's a mess.
Wow, that kitchen really is a mess. Like, I wouldn't even call that a kitchen. I would call it what's left
zone.
Of a house after like
that
a
reminds me of your short
disaster.
story that you made about Doom Cake.
Yes, this is what the kitchen looks like.
Perfect.
After you make some doom cake during the apocalypse.
Yes, if you guys want to read that short story, it's on the internet. I will leave it in the show notes.
Well, obviously I got to go with the answer of I baked a cake using the heat of my body because doom cake.
Oh, wow. Do you know what? I started making pancakes and then fell asleep for 2 days. That was a big no-no on me.
Yeah. Noah, come on. My car is ruined. What did you do?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I drove it into a very hard lake.
A very hard lake, you say?
Yeah, it was
How
very
hard of a lake?
It was like cement. I'm pretty sure the...
Did you drive into a parking lot?
No, it was definitely a No, actually, do lakes usually have lines on it that are about the size of a car?
Yeah, actually that sounds about right.
Then it was a lake. Yeah.
Okay, good. I was worried for a second there. I thought it might have been a parking lot. That would have been really stupid.
But Ben,
that makes me feel better.
Your car's not the only one that got destroyed. What did you do to my car?
Well, I'm sorry.
Better be.
I feared its power, and it hurt before it could hurt me. Just like in Ender's Game, the novel by Orson
Scott Card.
Yeah, obviously.
Yes,
that
very
one.
very specific answer, and I totally respect it and understand it. But bottom line, I'm not letting you drive my car anymore. Sorry.
Totally understandable.
This cat looks terrible. What did you do to Mr. Whisker Bisker?
No. What did I do to Mr. Whisker Briskers? Whisker Briskers. You know what I did?
No. What that? If I knew what you did, I would have asked.
I taught him that every sunrise means a sunset for someone else.
That explains why he looks so terrible.
Yeah. Well, but Noah, I mean, obviously, not only that would have turned him into what he is now. What did you do with it?
Oh, no. I tried to fuse him into a duck, and so he could be at least half duck.
Oh,
But,
okay.
Unfortunately, that didn't really turn out well, and you know what? This was just a test subject. It's fine. It's just a cat. Nobody likes cats anyway. So, hey, maybe I could have made a cat duck or nope. That's a bad word, isn't it?
Moving on. The town.
Moving on.
The town, Noah. The town is on fire.
Oh my gosh.
What did you do?
I tripped.
No, you didn't. I'm not taking that answer.
I punished the wicked and released their sins into the air.
That's a valid answer. That actually makes sense as for why. Yeah, I don't think I did this. I'm not 100% sure this is my fault at all, to be honest. So I'm just gonna leave that one with you, releasing the wicked sins into the air.
Ugh! The American political system. What did you do?
Okay, I just want to know. There's a picture here of like this like middle-aged 40s like white guy's hand like shaking like this little child's hand, and in the sleeve of this dude's business suit as he's shaking the hand is just like wads of $20 bills.
There's
just like
there's 3 20s and a 10.
I tried transitioning us to a technocracy, but no one was willing to meet me halfway.
What's a
Why can't the world be Bitcoin?
Is that what a technocracy is? Because I've never heard that.
I
Or
don't know, and
technocracy.
I don't
technocracy.
care. What did you do to ruin the political system?
I successfully ran for president on grassroots campaign and did a really bad job once I assumed the office. What?
Shame. You gotta actually know your stuff, Noah.
I'm sorry.
So
What'd you
it
get?
told me. Okay, it said you ruined a lot, but you didn't ruin absolutely everything.
Hey, same.
I still see some bird baths in a Toyota Camry that aren't
aren't
completely destroyed yet.
You're
still in a lot of trouble, but well, I guess I should apologize.
You didn't ruin
everything
everything
per se. Image of sad woman.
Ah, she's so sad. She's in all black and really sad. Sad.
It is, yeah. No, it's heart-wrenching. I feel terrible.
Good.
Segment 2, ACE, which stands for Advance, Color, Emotion. Noah, take it away.
Wow. So basically what we're going to do is each of us is going to give a monologue. While the other one is giving a monologue, the other co-host is going to be giving them little tiny words throughout it, which are either advance, color, or emotion. So, for example, Ben will be telling a story, and I will say advance, and what he will have to do is advance the story further, either in time or just make something dramatic happen or drastic. And then if I say color, then he'll have to liven up the scene with more adjectives and be very descriptive of everything and like explain what is happening in the scene very graphically. And then emotion, just give it more emotion. Give it more anger or sadness or happiness or anything that works for the scene. Or if you are already giving an emotion, change the tone and the emotion of the entire scene. So, Ben, what are you going to use for our prompts?
I'm going to use my YouTube recommended page. I got a great prompt. So I'll just jump right into it. So Santa Claus was going along on his sleigh. And he was like, I'm done for the night. I don't gotta deliver no more presents.
Emotion.
I'm gonna go home. And then he looked down, and there it was, a large tree.
Color.
Filled with something. It was filled with small, furry animals. And Santa was like, oh gosh, what is that? And there
Advance.
were Ewoks. There was lots of Ewoks. And they saw Santa and they were like, oh yeah, get him!
Advance.
And then they all jumped after Santa and they like grabbed onto a sleigh and there was like a pile of them. There was like a string of them like going down like
Color.
a little cartoon. And there was like a brown one at the bottom. There's a slightly lighter one. And then like the top one at the very top, like he was just holding on using like 3 of his little like teddy bear fingers. And Santa was like swinging madly and there was like just spit going everywhere because he's just yelling with all of his jovial Santa might, and he's like
Advance.
whacking at them, but there's just too many of them, and they like held on, and they actually like carried his sleigh down, and he
Advance.
crashed into the forest, and he was like, oh no, what
Emotion.
am I gonna do? And then he broke down into tears because he's like, I'll never be able to do the Christmas again. Oh no!
Advance.
And then the Ewoks came and they were like, "We're gonna kill you now." And then they killed Santa, and Santa was like, "Oh no, I'm dead."
Color.
And there was blood everywhere. His pancreas was hanging on a tree. There was like a beard, like they like ripped it off his face and stuck on another Ewok, and that's how the Ewoks found Christmas.
What was the video called?
The video was called the Star Wars Holiday Special. Except the thumbnail had Santa Claus in it. And I was like, what if Santa Claus was in the Star Wars Holiday Special?
I think he was.
Was he?
Did you watch this? Because I haven't seen it yet, but I'm pretty sure he showed up.
No. No, I had no idea.
I'm pretty
If
sure
he
he
is. Wait, is there actually... Hold on. I gotta look this up.
Yeah.
Santa in... No, there's no way Santa shows up in a Star Wars...
I think he might do. No, maybe he doesn't. No. I was wrong.
No, because they have like their like Wookiee like not Christmas thing.
They're not Christmas. Yeah, their non-Christmas holiday. Their
I was gonna say, if Santa just showed up in like I mean, I know it's the holiday special, but still, like, gosh. Anyway,
I mean, I wouldn't put it below them.
Noah, where are you getting your prompt, your inspiration?
I'm gonna go to my subscription feed and scroll down for 2.5 seconds, and then once I'm there, I will choose the 8th video from the left. 2, 3.
Great
okay,
idea.
I'm there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh. This video is called "I Faced My Greatest Fear This Week" by Jordan Taylor.
All right.
Blimey Cow. All right. So, last week, guys, this is crazy. So I was going along, and I went to the top of a cliff, and my greatest fear, of course, is spiders. So I went to the top of a cliff to oh, I was so scared. I was so scared. And my lungs just filled with a ton of air, and it compressed, and my chest was really full of it was scary. It was
emotion.
Scary. And so but it was great afterward. I was very happy. And so anyway, so when I was there, I went right to the edge because I'm so scared of spiders, and so that's why I went to a cliff, because people say that exposure therapy is the best way to help that. And so
advance. And
then I ended up at the bottom of the cliff, of course. And so after I was at the bottom of the cliff, there was a bunch of spiders there. There was millions of spiders. There was black ones and red ones and green ones, and oh my gosh, there were fluffy ones and tentacly ones and big ones and small ones, and they were eating me alive. And of course, but once I was there, I was screaming. I was like, get these off of me! But later, there's these tourists that came up to the bottom of the cliff with me. They showed up out of nowhere. I don't know why. And they were wearing backpacks with thousands of souvenirs hanging off them. They were very big backpacks that were green and yellow, and they were wearing these knee-high shorts that were really, really lame looking, but they definitely looked like tourists. They had sunscreen on their noses, and they had sunglasses that looked like they were $2 from the gift shop. And so, and then we walked away with no spiders, or so we thought. When we were getting dinner with these tourists, there was a bunch of spiders inside their backpacks, and they started crawling out and killing all of us.
Emotion.
And it was very upsetting and very saddening. Exposure therapy didn't work.
Sad.
Oh, gosh. Segment 3, we are going to be playing a game known as Will You Press the Button, where if you go to willyoupressthebutton.com, which will be in the show notes, you can play along with us, which you can't because we'll get different questions. Basically what this does is it presents you with a situation. Then it gives an exception to the situation, and you need to choose if you would press the button. So, for example, what if you gain the whole world but lose your soul? That's a little biblical reference for you guys. And so you would press the button or not press the button. If you press the button, that means yes. If you will not press the button, that means no. So basically, we just talk about it and we choose them, and people seem to like the segment, and I do too. So I'm glad. Ben, start us off.
All right, we're gonna start out with a nice generic vanilla bread and butter one. You get your dream job, wife/husband, become filthy rich, and every day have a ton of fun. But every time you wake up in the morning, you completely forget the day before, everything that happened. This happens every day except for one day of the week where you wake up and vividly remember everything. And you get to choose what day that is.
What?
So,
what do you mean I remember everything? So like day by day, but like, for example, I wake up on Sunday and then I remember all of the previous, or you remember that whole day?
No, you remember everything, which I think is a superpower in it of itself. Like taking away like whatever downside. Backside. If there was one day a week where you would vividly remember your whole life again, like that's already a superpower. Like you could do so much with that. I mean, yeah, I'd do it.
Wait, but I wouldn't forget that I have an amazing wife or an amazing life and I'm filthy rich, right?
I think like after, like once you press the button, I think you would remember everything before that, and then just each day you wouldn't remember. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like, I don't know. So
I
like,
don't know.
So wait. So what it's trying to, so if I go without a week, and I wouldn't be able to like remember anything day by day, but for example, on like every Saturday I choose to get my memories, would I remember what happened on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
Yes.
Or is it saying that only every Saturday I remember everything that happens on every Saturday? Because that would make more sense.
No. You remember everything from every day before on Saturday.
Then I'd say
week.
yes.
So you can like live normally and be fully yourself on Saturday. Yeah. But the rest of the week you're just like whatever your enduring personality self is. I don't know. Sounds fun. I'm gonna press that button.
Yeah. I like to see what the split on that one is, or percentages.
What was that one? That one was 62% press that button.
Yeah, that makes sense. What if you can slap any celebrity you want, but they get to punch you?
So you get to slap any celebrity you want, but then they get to punch you.
Yep. I'd say yes, and then I'd pick Chuck Norris or Bruce Lee or The Rock.
I don't know. Just getting to slap anyone would be... I don't know that I'd really get much out of that.
Yeah, no, I would not.
Especially if you're picking people, Noah, that you're just like are killing you when they punch you.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I said those. And my slap would do literally nothing to them. I would not press the button because I don't believe in meaningless violence.
I wouldn't. Like,
and then,
the only people I would want to slap would be like people I know. Like, why would I want to slap a celebrity? I don't know them.
The top comment is Justin Bieber can't punch. And then another person said, Bieber can't even hit puberty.
No, stop. This website's still back in 2013 when it was made.
It so is.
If you read the comments.
The comment was very long ago. It doesn't have a date or an amount of years. The comment is just very long ago. Also, it's a 50-50 split on that one.
Shows you how in the will you press the button is. That's interesting. A 50-50.
Yeah.
A lot of people really want to punch some celebrities.
Yeah, even if it means they get punched.
You get the fastest internet in the world. So you get my internet instead of your garbage.
Oh, my internet freaking sucks for those who don't know. So bad.
Yeah, no, like we don't talk about it a lot, but like Noah's internet is the worst.
It's better than it used to be because now we're fully cellular, but it's still not great.
Okay, well that's good. We're able to get through the podcast every week.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so you get the fastest internet in the world, but and I'm gonna read this word for word. The scary face comes up on your computer screen every 30 minutes. Which I can only
scary face.
I could only assume they mean that one GIF of Jeff the Killer where it screams and then flashes the screen.
Yeah.
Or one of like 6 other like generic prank your friends videos. Scary faces.
I would say no, because that would make watching movies or anything completely miserable.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say no because I can't handle like jump scares. I hate it. In middle school, I was in a Skype group where they would send links that would be called like totally normal stuff, and then it would be a link to that website, and it would just be that face, and on full volume, it would just play a screaming noise, and it would scare the crap out of me, and it would scar me for like the rest of the day. I hated it. It was the worst.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to get anything done if I had that. It's like not. I don't think even the jump scare would be even that bad. It's just like it would be so inconvenient at times where you're not expecting it. So
like, you're giving like your presentation or whatever, and then all of a sudden it just comes up and like you're totally unfazed by it at this point. You're like, oh yeah, sorry guys.
Oh sorry.
Like some next
sorry.
slide.
That happens sometimes, and then your whole class is just like, what the flip was that? It's like
everyone,
I kind of made a deal with the scary face in order to get good internet. You can attain the abilities displayed in the Dragon Ball Z universe, but it will cause anarchy forever.
Wait, you get what?
You attain the abilities displayed in the Dragon Ball Z universe. All of the abilities. Every single one, and I don't even understand what that even means.
But there's anarchy.
There's anarchy forever.
I don't know, it just sounds like you just get to live in an anime. Like, I don't know, that doesn't sound that bad. Like, I mean, yeah, the world is always at war, but you have awesome superpowers and, like, you want to fight people. I don't know. I mean, it sounds fine to me.
I would not. No, thank you.
There we go. You can eat anything you want and never gain weight. Never gain weight. You hear that? You could literally eat metal and you won't gain weight.
I think that you would have different issues if you're trying to eat metal.
You could swallow a bowling ball and you wouldn't gain weight. Like the bowling ball would vaporize inside of your body.
So you're like Kirby. So you become Kirby.
You become Kirby, but, and here's the good part. You are certain to have explosive diarrhea within 2 hours, and you cannot control or ever know when.
Nah, no thank you.
This sounds amazing.
What? No.
This is, okay, like, okay, the government comes up to you and they're like, hey, here's like a crazy, insane weapon that like could destroy humanity. Can you eat this? And I'll be like, yeah, totally. And I'll eat the whole thing, and then I'll get explosive diarrhea, and we'll all have a good laugh, and then like I saved the world.
But okay, sure. You know what? To each their own.
You would also probably spend you'd spend at least 4 hours a day probably on the toilet or anticipating the diarrhea. So
yeah,
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, no. Good idea. What if you always get best grades? That's what it says here. This person probably didn't get the best grades, but you can't eat ice cream.
Oh, shucks. Oh man, I don't. What about ice cream though? I can't. No, I'm not gonna press it. I gotta have ice cream in my life.
Well, actually, I wouldn't press it because, frankly, grades don't matter that much to me.
No.
What?
You can get transported to the world of Pokemon, but to get there, you have to pull out 4 of your own teeth. Quickly, you have 20 seconds. Pull out 4. No, I'm not gonna pull out my teeth. What? Okay, actually, I mean.
But I'd have to. But like, I don't need all my teeth. And Pokemon. If
I could catch a red Gyarados in real life,
that'd be
awesome. At the cost of like
4 teeth.
4 teeth. Yeah, I'd do it.
But so many Pokemon are dangerous. But if you go into the world of Pokemon, it's less dangerous. Ooh.
Quoting someone from more than 3 years ago, who needs teeth when you have a Charizard? Very good point.
Yeah. What? Oh, that was a quote from the. I was very confused. I was like, wait, is that another discussion people have already had before? Is this a common thing about the teeth and the Pokemon? What if you are the ruler of a kingdom?
All right.
But anything you touch turns to gold.
So you press the button, you turn into King Midas.
Yeah, basically.
That's the joke.
Basically.
I don't know. King Midas, it doesn't seem like that bad of a deal, except that you incrementally lower the value of gold with every step that you take.
Indeed. Yes.
Also, wearing clothes would just suck.
You know
like,
what?
There's
Clothes
no
are
way
overrated.
around it. Like you would probably just have to just walk around like naked if you wanted to be healthy and not get hurt constantly. Which doesn't sound great either. But then you go into the whole dilemma of how much is an object? Like, where do you say it's no longer connected? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Like, what are you stepping down on the ground and you turn a whole forest into gold? Like, what? No.
And also, if you touch, like, your arm, does your arm turn into... So you can touch, but I know that you can't touch other people.
I think any living thing, like, it turns the whole living organism into gold. But I say with, like...
He turned his daughter into gold.
Yeah, so?
So that means, like, if I touched a tree, would it turn all the branches and the leaves and all the roots, and then the roots connect to other trees?
No, I feel like nature would have, like, a random, like, function that would decide a reasonable... We'd put, like, some derivatives, some bell curves in there for nature to be like, all right, this is a nice stopping point right here. Otherwise, we're gonna be sitting around like a bunch of monkeys knocking around our noggins every time you touch something. So no, don't press the button.
I wouldn't. It's not worth it.
No.
Also, it doesn't really matter because I don't think that it will ever happen. But it might. It might this. Oh gosh, that was a stupid pun. That was so bad. So bad. That is the end of our show. We hope you did enjoy it. Ben, what did we learn today?
Well, we learned that Noah ruined everything. Not everything, but like mostly everything.
Not absolutely everything, but I ruined a lot.
Most stuff.
We also
yeah.
learned that you ruined a lot, but not everything.
Yeah.
There's still
just
some bird baths and
some
Toyota Corolla.
I also learned that you gotta make sure not to try to expose yourself in order to stop your fears, 'cause it won't work.
No, especially if there's a cliff with a bunch of spiders. I also learned that Ewoks really don't like Santa. Like, really don't.
No,
like, it's bad.
Like, it's really bad.
It's really, yeah. You can find us on Twitter at Nomich_. I don't post anything. And at Tendo, he occasionally does post some things like his animation stuff. Email us at segmented.fm@gmail.com and support the podcast on Patreon at patreon.com/segmentedfm, where you can get a bunch of extra goodies and talk to us, mainly me, on like live chat. You can have our Discord server, which is the main thing that you really get access to because I post things there. And it's great. But if you want to support us and help us out, the best way you can is to share this with your friends or people you just met, acquaintances, family members, people you hate, your enemies. Go for it. I don't care as long as we're getting those listens. I just want people to enjoy it. So, I mean, if you really hate the person and you don't want them to enjoy this amazing podcast, then maybe not share it with them. But I don't know. You do you. But you can also leave an iTunes review. And it really boosts the search results, and it very much helps us out. So thank you for those 2 people who have done it, one of which was me.
Yes, thank you. Keep doing that.
I should just go leave 14 more reviews. With that, spiders
are
my
favorite
fear
to
get
jiggy
with.
Peace.
Deuces.
Hold on, just a second.
Yeah.
The author, the author, just hold up, of this BuzzFeed quiz is Jean-Luc Picard. That isn't that a?
No.
It looks like Jean-Luc Picard.
It's Picard.
But that's like so close.
It is pretty close, but it's not.
That's a crime. Anyway, your friend is great at taking BuzzFeed quizzes.
And also, if you touch, like, your arm, does your arm turn into... So you can touch... I was going to say you can touch yourself, but that doesn't sound right. So, like... maybe I'll just take most of this conversation out. But, like,